your friend with the shitty haircut, he'll never be GAARA.
I remember that shit.
I know Naruto in his head is just like,
oh my god, bro, it's dick riding all you do?
Lee goes in, hits him with an up tilt, kicks him up
look
in
to the
air.
sky,
GAARA
look to
starts getting
God.
juggled up in the air like Isaac Newton didn't invent gravity. And
What's good, y'all? Welcome to the channel. It is your boy, Reggie Wolf, and today we got a new video from Codename Super titled, How Rock Lee Put That Dog in Underdog Against GAARA. And bro, I already feel like this about to be a banger, because this is literally one of the best fights of Naruto. It's top 3 in part 1 and like top 10 in part 2. And I'm willing to die on that hill. So look, if y'all enjoyed today's video, go to Codename Super, hit them with the goodness. That's like, comment, subscribe, share, lock it in by hitting the bell. That is the goodness. Hit them with it. And look, if y'all enjoy my reaction, do the same for your boy. Let's get to it. Let's get into it.
oh yeah. It's about time we talk about that boy Rock Lee. And what
Yes,
better
sir.
fight to do it than
Yes,
this?
sir.
So let's
Yeah.
get into it. So after the
This
worst
is literally his
background
best
fights
one.
of all time happened, I'm talking Sakura versus Ino,
Ugh.
Naruto versus Kiba, and Neji
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
Hinata. Kishimoto
One-sided.
said, hold up, enough of these NyQuil fights. I gotta hit him with that heat, and he got to it. So boom, that random ass HD flat screen TV they had started selecting fighters. And the first fighter it selected
meeny,
was
miny,
GAARA.
mo.
And you know what he does? He hits this little teleportation thing to go to the middle of the arena. You know he couldn't wait to do that shit.
That was
And I
chill
can't
though,
blame
bro.
him.
That was a good little move by GAARA, bro. Because you know GAARA really don't be doing nothing, bro. At this point, we seen him murk a few folks, but we really didn't know what GAARA was truly about.
Watching those 3 weak ass fights, I gotta keep my mind occupied somehow. I'd be on my Vegeta timing too, taking my time figuring out how to pull up. The TV started selecting the next fighter, and 99% of the remaining fighters were not trying to see him in the ones. So
Nope.
you know they were
Everybody
out there
shook.
But notice how I said
Shook
99
ones for
because
real.
one was straight up ready, and his name is Rock Lee. He's
Yes,
selected,
sir.
and look at what he's doing. He's up there shadow boxing, no fear
Yup.
in his heart. He said, I'm dope.
Excited.
He jumps down to the middle and hits that iconic pose. And let me warn you, if you ever get into an altercation and they start hitting the Rock Lee
nigga moment.
pose, run. They probably be in the gym 5 hours a day.
I'd have saw you do that,
For
bro.
your
I'm
own
gone.
Safety, walk away. But before the fight even starts, I need to talk about GAARA's teammates, Tamari and Kankuro, or however you say it,
siblings?
because they are really some elite level haters. The fight ain't even start yet, and Kankuro in the back talking about,
Tell your friend with the shitty haircut, he'll never be GAARA.
I remember that shit.
I know Naruto in his head is just like,
Oh my god, bro, it's dick riding all you do?
because this shit is outrageous. And don't get me started on Tamari, because Kishimoto takes us through her thoughts, and she was really talking about his kicks are weak as hell. Like, bro, what was wrong with his kicks? And the crazy part is, if you
Nothing,
see either
bro.
of them in the ones, he would have packed them up and went on
Yeah,
to the next round.
immediately,
But let's get
bro.
into it. The Proctor's in the middle like,
It
ready,
would have been light.
box. And Rock Lee starts rushing him, holding that
Yup.
W key. But I know you see GAARA with his arms folded.
Oh.
And we know good and well, if someone is standing still and not moving, 99% of the time, your attack is not going to work. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. He tried hitting him with
That
the
sand
Leaf
blocked
Hurricane, and that
everything.
shit did not
Ugh.
work. He gets blocked and GAARA tries to attack him. But Lee is quick on his feet, so he moves out
Yup.
the way. And I know you see him doing those backflips. He's not taking that screen time for granted.
Nope. He had
out
a
here doing
good
the most,
tuck,
trying to
too.
get more minutes, but he had no idea what Kishimoto had in store for him. So after getting blocked, Lee
Let's not talk about what Kishimoto had in store for Lee, bro, because I still think this is one of the biggest robberies of Naruto. Do you realize how cold Lee was supposed to be in the whole Otsutsuki arc, bro? Like, honestly, Baryon Mode and Lee should have been right next to each other after seeing Night Guy, bro. And again, another hill I'm willing to die on.
It's just like, damn, he blocked
He
my
was,
shit with this.
guy
thing.
said he was a prodigy.
Whoa, really? I'm thinking bro about to pull up with a whole new game plan after stating that obvious ass shit, but he doesn't. He just runs back at him with no new
Yep.
strategy, no changes, and gets his shit
Yeah.
blocked. And it's crazy
Yeah.
how he found out.
He sizing him up,
Sam
bro.
does this shit because of his mother continuing to protect bro long after she's gone. She's really looking up with a controller perfect, carrying every attack. This man Rock Lee was doomed from the start. The odds were always stacked against him.
He was
This
a
damn near
2v1.
2v1. This is unfair. So after a couple more attempts, shit was clearly not going in.
I swear, first time watching this, bro.
Anywhere. Bro even tried taking out his kunai like an
Alright,
apex
slashing it up.
and he started swinging at the sand. He was out there doing anything, bro. On my first watch, this had me thinking like, damn, maybe Gaara's hating ass teammates were right. Maybe Lee wasn't all that. But then again, he's a dude with no ninjutsu going against the #1 prospect. Like, his life is already hard enough. They hoeing him. And I'm not gonna lie, you can't tell me the Chunin exams were not rigged. Let's look at the top 3 prospects: Gaara, Neji, and Sasuke. They got.
But also, because I don't know if Codename Super gonna go over this. Let's not forget, in the Forest of Death, Lee didn't take a L, bro. He went against, who was his name, Doju or whatever, in the Sound Ninja, and like he was handling 2 of them, but that he couldn't counter that little sound jutsu that he had.
Sasuke going against a Sound Village NPC, Neji going against Hinata, and no disrespect to Rock Lee, but on paper, Gaara going against Lee is ludicrous. Homie shouldn't have stood a chance. I know you saw that attendance. Their whole goal was to sell out the arena. This shit is fixed. That TV over there, yeah, that shit is not random. Anyways, Gaara trips Rock Lee,
they set Lee up
to crush him, but Lee gets out and kneels on the
speedy with it, bro. Can't touch him.
And this is where Mike Guy comes in talking about, alright, bro, you could take those heavy ass weights off. Not gonna lie though, I know he's your sensei and all, but those shits would have been off. Do you see who they got me fighting? This demon ass kid who no one played catch with? I'm not taking my chances. So Gaara's hating ass teammate Tamari is sitting there talking about those weights
talking shit still,
and they're not about to make a difference. But shorty ate her words, because once those weights hit the floor, it had everyone shocked. But look at Gaara though. He really hit him with the
still chilling
till bro moved. Now look at him. He like, hey yo, why he disappeared?
Where'd he go?
Lee starts hitting around, bro, just playing with him. And look at Gaara. The thought of him having to actually box is killing him right now. He knows he's a
Gaara know he ain't really got hands, bro. His whole fighting strategy. That's it. That's all Gaara had at this point, bro. Or, you know, I mean, technically, we ain't even seen it at this point, but he loses his mind, turned into the One Tails a little bit. Yeah.
He's about to get exposed for having no hands. The sand
no hand, absolutely none.
That's how you know his mom is down in hell sweating right now, trying to keep up with every hit. Got her working overtime. Lee starts circling Gaara and is like, oh yeah, it's time I finally get my lick back. Starts hitting the Sonic and puts the back of his head.
First hit in his life.
Emoting. He hitting the dab. And look at my guy back there. He hyped his shit.
Yeah.
And I would be too, because Lee out there cooking up in his
outfit.
Lee.
That's how your dad is the first time you score a touchdown, like after middle school, bro. Your first high school game, you score a touchdown. That's how your dad is. That's why we always thought that guy was really Lee's dad, but no.
Said,
he should be.
Finished. Hits Gaara's stupid ass with a crossover and is like, hey, are your dumb ass Gaara gets all clean in the face. That shit had Gaara flying. He hits the ground. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit had me smiling. I want to see Lee win. But what I didn't know at the time is Gaara had that Batman level prep time, because he had a backup plan the whole time if his auto defense failed him. And it was to coat himself in sand armor. And I couldn't even be mad. That was a good play. Good IQ.
Yeah.
You still a bitch though, but hey, good IQ. The camera cuts to Gaara.
Hey, how does he use different types of sand or like different minerals in the sand to make the armor look like his skin? Because all his sand look one color, but when it's his armor, it looks like him.
And we see why no one wanted to play tag with this evil ass.
Yeah, nah,
look at him. He out there tweaking. And the reason this scene be living
Super,
Codename
Super,
because the way this man Gaara was breathing. I don't know if y'all remember, but I'm gonna play the clip right here.
Wheezing and everything.
Like, oh nah, do you hear this, man? I am out there as soon as he starts doing that. You're crazy. But Lee had a plan. He was ready to end this shit in one move. Hey, real quick, thank you for 252K. He took the toilet paper off his arm and started circling him like how Pegasus be doing in Beyblade. And this man Gaara really had the audacity to talk about, bro, what are you waiting for? With his arms folded sitting in the middle. Like, bro, all you do is
he already hit you twice.
You got auto defense. You're boring as hell. This is why I say Gaara's player comparison is Tim Duncan, because even though they're elite as hell, they got the most boring play styles of all time. If you ever have trouble sleeping,
nothing flashy, straight fundamentals, bro. Straight fundamentals. Like, look, he's great. He's goated. He's legendary. But don't expect nothing crazy, bro. Just don't expect nothing crazy. He gonna give you a good like 20 points of just straight fundamentals every time.
Duncan highlights, I promise you it works like a charm. Lee goes in, hits him with an up tilt, kicks him up
Look
in
to the
air.
sky,
GAARA
look to
starts getting
God.
juggled up in the air like Isaac Newton didn't invent gravity and put him
Nope.
up to a place where he
I
could
never
die from
understood
fall
this.
damage. He wraps the toilet paper around GAARA and tilts him down head first. Then
I
he
saw-
starts
now's
spinning and
audio.
sending him to the ground. First time watching it, I thought it was over. He caught him. Look at GAARA. He looks like a broken face right now. People in the stands were celebrating too.
Yup.
They thought evil has
it was
lost, but
over.
we all know what happened. Somehow Brody is Houdini, and the thing that we see on the ground is an empty shell, which means Rock Lee didn't do shit, and the match is not over. I know
Nope.
Mike Guy mad as hell right now. Lee executed the move just like he taught him, and that shit still ain't get him. GAARA spawns right behind him and starts laughing maniacally. He sees bro with 0 stamina, and Brody started licking his lips. He sends sand at bro, and that shit pushed him back. Then he starts laughing again and launches a whole sand tsunami at bro. Yeah, this shit was getting hard to watch, and then it happened. They started showing us flashbacks of Rock Lee, and it can only mean one
that's
thing.
turn up time,
He's about
bruh.
to go crazy. But
Yeah.
before I skip the flashback cutscenes, I need to talk about the one with Neji, because this was kind of crazy. This man Neji put the heel on his shoulder and started going to work. Look at this, he hits him twice in the gut, headshots him, gut checks him again, and he ends it off with 3 more headshots. Like, he did not have to do Lee that dirty. So
Okay, I want to talk about something, bro. I feel like Lee is too humble. Because Lee always said he could never beat Neji, bro. Ain't no way. Again, we get to Night God level. And Lee is supposed... God has said that Lee is better than him. He's a prodigy. It makes no sense. Guy said that Lee is better, meaning that if Lee ever entered that level of taijutsu, the 8th gate, he would be stronger than Guy. Guy put Madara on his ass. So how in the world would Neji counter that? I mean, technically it's a win by dying, and I don't really like that win. But at the end of the day, he would win. Neji would be on his face, bro. So I just say Lee is too humble.
after the flashbacks, they take us right
Or
back
he's
to
too
the light.
reserved.
GAARA attacks Lee and bro moved out the way fast as hell. And you know bro is confident because he has his back turned to him right now. GAARA said, man, that shit's a fluke. Tries to attack him 4 more times, but he too is Weave Nation certified. After all those misses, Rock Lee starts to charge up. And GAARA's like,
I don't know what you think you're planning, but you're not a Super Saiyan, gang. It's over.
and Lee
You don't
hits him
need
with
to
the,
be.
You are right. It is over.
Bro starts charging
Yo, W impressions. That actually sounded pretty good.
up. He opens up the 3rd gate, and that shit got him looking crazy. This is not someone you want to fuck with. And GAARA soon found that out. Lee opens up the 4th gate and charges right at him. He
Right
launches
at him,
GAARA
bro.
straight up.
Look to
and GAARA's
God
just chilling
again.
peacefully in the air.
Send him to
Rocky
God.
hits him with the jump scare and starts juggling bro around the arena. Neji is sitting there terrified as hell because he was out there greasing Lee back then. He didn't know he could do all this. And the crazy part is Lee said he was saving this for Neji. That boy Lee was out here plotting murder. If Neji fought Lee using the gates, he would have died. But hey, at least that death would be 20 times better than his original one. Bro was
That would have been dope. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. At part 1, I remember me and my friends always saying this. Lee could have been, they could have did a whole side story of Lee, and he could have been the main protagonist that whole time. Also, the 8 Trigrounds versus the 8 Gates. I don't know how strong the rotation can get, but that's like the only weapon he really got against the 8 Gates, bro.
established himself as a pencil holder before he went out. That shit crazy. Lee goes in front of GAARA, says psych, and hits him with the mean duck punch, sending him beaming down.
You know he was about to
Lee
barf up
wasn't
his
finished.
lunch.
He made GAARA hit the Gwen and pulls him towards him.
Get
hitting him
over
with
here!
A punch and a kick simultaneously, completing the hidden lotus and sending him to the ground. But this is where true pain happens, cause GAARA had the gourd which was made out of sand and it cushioned the impact, making him survive that shit. And it was GG. Look at Lee, he's on all 4s and is out of energy. GAARA's bitch ass.
To this day, I'm just not trying to see this again, bro. I'm not trying to see this again, bro. This was the biggest hoeing in Naruto. I don't care. I don't care who. Sasuke lost his Rinnegan. Naruto lost Kurama. All that. This is still worse than that, bro. Cause do y'all understand? It could have been. The whole story could have ended with Night Guy and Lee killing Madara and Naruto saving both of them. Think about that, bro. Just think that would have been the perfect redemption for this fight.
Jazz uses the last of his Saiyan to crush Lee's arm and leg, trying to end bro's whole career. GAARA already pissed the whole block off with that shit, but homie said, I got one more in me. This time, he tried to put him to sleep for good. I had to look away because I couldn't watch him go. But thankfully, my guy comes in and saves him. Since he stepped in, it gave GAARA the automatic win, but we don't care. Because the only thing that matters is that Lee is alive. He starts to walk off, and bro, this is how you know Rock Lee has that dog in him, because he gets back up.
I ain't hear no bell.
Completely
I ain't hear no bell.
That man is truly different. Anytime somebody talks about Rock Lee, they gonna start every sentence off with,
he was special.
Facts, bro. Every time I relive that, bro, every time I see that, I just be thinking to myself, come on, Kishimoto, you could have gave him that one, bro. I know GAARA was a threat. I know he was supposed to move further in like the storyline and Naruto and Sasuke and everybody was supposed to fight him and all that. But you could have gave that to Lee. Like you could, I don't know what they could have done, bro. Let Ibiki jump in on accident, right? Because you know, GAARA had never been hit before. Let Ibiki jump in, try to protect GAARA or Kankuro. And then he gets eliminated, takes Kankuro's spot because Kankuro was bullshitting. He wasn't supposed to do that. And let that go on to the tune-in exams. And then we could have got Black Suit Sasuke versus Rock Lee. That would have been fire. We could have got Naruto versus Rock Lee. Fire. We could have got Neji versus, bro, it was so many possibilities that could have made such a dope fight in the tune-in exams. Like, understand that if you miss that tune-in exams, this hypothetical one, it's like missing the whole 3-1 comeback for the Cavaliers, bro. It is one of the most iconic, it would have been the most iconic battle in history, bro. But y'all saw what happened, bro. Hey, bro, we still need justice for Lee. If Lee beats an Otsutsuki, if he beats, this is Kawaki now? Or maybe another one comes down. If he beats them with a dope animation, it ain't going to be true redemption, but it's enough for me. That's all I'm saying, because Lee other fights didn't end well either. This was his one moment, and Kishimoto gave it up on him. I'm going to end it here. If y'all enjoyed this video, go to Codename Super, hit them with the goodness. That's like, comment, subscribe, share, lock it in by hitting the bell. That is the goodness, y'all. Hit them with it, just like Lee hit GAARA with it. And look, if y'all enjoyed my reaction, do the same for your boy. This will be your boy, Reggie Wolf. I am signing out. Peace.